Hello there YouTube, it's me Tifar Wilderness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this month's end of month bot haul, where I show you all the transforming related items that I've picked up throughout the month. Now before I get into the haul, a little bit of a sort of a, how can I put this, like a mini chew in the fat. I want to say, right, so obviously on my channel in the last couple of months I've had a bit of a thing going on where I've suspended Korean toy reviews because Korean toy review I did back in August for the Tobot 2025 Tobot Ken did very poor viewing figures out the gate, and I was a little bit upset about it. And as a result of that, in subsequent videos I've done, which was you know, sort of unboxing videos mostly, I've mentioned that I'm suspending Korean toy reviews until that video gets to 100 views. Well, looking at it now, it's really struggling. All the you know, hints that I gave in my videos haven't really helped. It's like all my pleas have fallen on deaf ears, and it's up to about 80 views at the time of this recording, but it's going to be a while before it gets to 100. And I've had a bit of a think and a bit of a ponder, and I've decided to resume Korean toy reviews as of next week. I've got a bit of a backlog to get through. I've got 3 figures in stock that I haven't reviewed yet, and I'll be ordering 2 more tomorrow. However, me having a think, I reckon the reason why that video got poor reviews is not the fault of viewers and subscribers not watching the video. It's more a fault of the YouTube algorithm not supporting or promoting my videos properly, mainly because I'm not monetized and I'm not doing videos to their taste that they like to see on the platform. So yeah, the YouTube algorithm, it's a bit of a blight that's affecting the majority of Transformers YouTubers, mainly because we're in that sort of grey area between a kids video and an adult video, where adults reviewing kids toys, and we're in sort of like a grey area in the middle. Yeah, so there is that. So yeah, I've come to the conclusion that the poor viewing figures I've been getting on my video, or that video in particular, was due to the algorithm not doing its due diligence and supporting my videos. So with that said, I've decided to change tactics. Like I said, I'm going to resume Korean toy reviews starting next week, starting at the weekend. But I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to return to normal video upload, video programming going forwards. 3 unboxing videos, 2 KTRT reviews, and an end of month bot haul. Up until the end of the year, I'm going to test the water, see how things go with my viewing figures, and if my viewing figures continue to deteriorate going towards the the end of the year, then I'm going to contemplate retirement from YouTube. Not right now. I'm thinking about doing it towards the end of the year. We'll see how things go. But I will say this. If I retire from YouTube, I will delete this channel. I will delete it and remove all the 300 plus videos off YouTube, because I do not want to leave behind a digital legacy. So that is something I will do if I decide to retire from YouTube. But not right yet. That's not happening yet. If things improve towards the end of the year, then I will keep going. But at the moment, that's what I'm contemplating, is thinking about running this channel out till the end of the year, seeing how things lie, and then maybe retiring from YouTube, because it just won't be worth me continuing if I'm gonna be getting poor viewing figures. But anyway, that's my little chew in the fat I wanted to put up front. So basically, Korean toy reviews will resume as of Saturday next week, and like I said, I've got a couple to get through, and I'll be going back to normal. I'll try not to let poor viewing figures bother me going forwards, but that's a very hard ask for me. But anyway, let's get into the haul. So I've got I've got 13 purchases that I've made this month and 14 bots to show you. So let's get started, shall we? Right, so first thing to arrive on the Wednesday the 3rd was a what was it? Oh yes, an eBay purchase I made for a Studio Series figure. I've done an unboxing video on it. Now, the price I paid for this It was eBay seller was doing it for £29.99, and I had it on my watch list, and then he sent me a, an offer to reduce the price slightly by, I can't remember how much it was, by about 5% or whatever it was. So he dropped it down to like £28 something. So I decided to go for it, but then I've since looked around and I could have got this figure a lot cheaper at some other online retailers like Comics and Cocktails and such like. But anyway, I paid what I paid for it. Yeah, so Studio Series, what is it? I was Age of Extinction, KSI, Widow or Widowmaker. So yeah, Orange Robot, Fembot. It's all right. It's okay. I mean, you buy this for the alt mode because it's that McLaren MP whatever it is alt mode. So it's a licensed alt mode. Looks really cool in alt mode. Originally they showed it as being in a red colour, but then they changed it to an orange. But it's all right. It's okay. So decided to get that. So I got that off an eBay seller for slightly more money than what you would pay for a Studio Series Deluxe, though the prices are going up again shortly. They're going to be going up, so Deluxes no doubt will be a solid £30 or £29.99 going forwards. So there we go. That is the first thing to arrive on the 3rd. And then the next figure the following day, another Studio Series figure from the Transformers 1. And this came from Comics and Cocktails. I saw that they had this in stock, and I decided I wanted to get it because out of the Transformers 1 toy line, there was only a couple of figures I initially wanted to get, most notably Megatron, and then I wanted to get this character as well, and I wasn't bothered about Bumblebee or Optimus. I have got a couple of Sentinel Primes. I've got the mainline one and the Studio Series one now, but decided to get this. So from Comics and Cocktails, I got Elita 1 from Transformers 1. Again, another figure that's okay. Yes, it's got QC issues. The chest doesn't plug in very well. When you're trying to, because it's got the wheels. One of the wheels splits in half, and then it becomes the background for the chest, and these two pegging ports on the side of the chest. And then when you're messing with it, it likes to unlatch and flop around. It's an okay figure. Again, quite lanky. But it's Elita 1. I don't know why I've been buying a lot of Elita 1s lately. I reckon I've probably got more Elita 1s than I have RCs. So, but anyway, so yeah, decided to get Elita 1 for better or for worse. She's an all right figure. She got the usual issues that other people have been complaining about, but managed to get her from Comics and Cocktails. Right, so moving along then. Now I did a couple of AliExpress purchases, and they both arrived on the same day. Again, I've done an unboxing video on it. Actually, there was three items that arrived on the same day. Well, actually 4, but anyway. So we're talking about September the 8th, which was a Monday. So starting off, my first AliExpress purchase. Galaxy Toys Mini, what was it, 08 Destroyer, their micro scale G1 Megatron. Now, I've bought a couple of figures from this company. They were originally called Mainpihu Studios. They did a couple of figures and then they changed their name to Galaxy Toys. I've got the Beachcomber, which is amazing. I've got the Warpath, which is all right. I've got the Blue Streak at TF Nation. That's okay, but Megatron, I love my G1 Megatron Gunformers, and it's just the latest G1 Megatron Gunformer to come out of a third party. Amazing little thing. So heavy. It's got so much die cast on it. I mean, the feet are die cast. The arms are die cast, the chest is die cast. He's got so much die cast. He's quite heavy for what it is. Transformation wise, it's got the way the arms and the chest works is fairly well. It's like a new take on the usual way of the one arm sliding to the other side and then the arms plugging together. But the legs, the waist is pretty much unique, but the lower legs are quite interesting because the way the lower legs work is very similar to this figure, which is the original New Age Legends mold. The way the legs work are very the same, very similar. See, if you look, you can see around the back. You see, they look very similar. Yeah, the way the legs work on this is very similar to the New Age. The way the legs flip round, pretty cool actually. Decent figure, comes with the gun accessories. Pretty cool. Wanted to get this because it's a Megatron gun former. He's a neat little thing. Bit fiddly to transform because it's so small. Again, Galaxy Toys or Mengpihu Studios engineering is very micro. No screws. Has it got a screw? Has it got any screws on it? It's mostly like micro pin joints that they use. It's so that it looks pretty clean in robot mode because of that. So yeah, managed to get hold of him. He's pretty cool. Then also on the 8th, my other AliExpress purchase arrived. Now I've got to do a shout out to Mr. Botbender Orange or Orange A for YouTuber made me do it. He did a video a while back which he referred to as Earth Mode Dion, where he got a figure from AliExpress. Oh, I think he got it from AliExpress of a Chinese made truck which like basically transforms from a officially licensed sort of like K truck into a robot that look kind of got the same sort of colours as Dion. It's got like the orange and the blue, and it kind of works as a analog for Dion. So he did a video on it, and I decided to get it. And I think I definitely did unboxing because it was that day when those 3 packages arrived together. But anyway, here it is. So it's by a company called Jiang Bian Xing, and it's the Wuling LZW1010P. So it's an officially licensed alt mode. It turns into like a little mini sort of pickup truck, and it's really cool. The backpack, I'm having trouble with the backpack plugging into the back of the cab. It might need a little bit of work on the pegs because the pegs aren't working. It's got some minor pegging issues, a little bit of looseness, but apart from that, it looks really cool. And it's a scale the vehicle is a scale model of the real world vehicle. I think it's like a 1/24th scale of the Wuling LZW 1010P. So it's pretty cool. It's big. It's decently posable. Transformations all right. I mean, like the bed of the truck just flat packs around the back of the legs. But yeah, I quite like this thing. It comes with a bunch of accessories. It's a very cool figure, and sometimes it's one of these unique sort of Chinese-made transforming figures that they do from time to time, where they're not actually based on any particular character, and they're getting really good. Some of these, they're usually quite big, and I'm not sure it's got die cast on it, but it's a pretty cool figure, and decided to get this thing mainly because of seeing that video by Botbender Orange A or Orange. So yeah, he did a video on this, and it made me want to get one myself. So yeah, so YouTuber made me do it, getting this thing from AliExpress. Then some other things that arrived on the 8th. And again, they're all part of my 3rd unboxing video. Now, this one is quite interesting because you've got that new Transformers show, Transformers Cyberworld, that's come out, that's airing on YouTube. And it's the new sort of intermediate sort of Transformer line between, sort of like Studio Series and Generations, and then, Rescue Bots. It's sort of like a in-betweeny sort of introductory show to get younger kids into the Transformers line, and when they grow up, they'll probably move on to the more expensive, more articulated and intricate transformers. But yeah, so they've introduced a bunch of budget simplistic bots for this toy line. And one of the characters that they've introduced in the show is Sky-Byte. Now, I'm a bit of a fan of Sky-Byte. He's like one of the characters I like to do all the mold set collecting for. I recently got the Age of the Primes one recently, and that's an awesome figure. That's probably one of the best Sky-Byte molds they've ever done. Yeah, he's introduced in Cyberworld, and the problem is, in the Cyberworld toy has got wheels. He's got wheels, so he becomes a shark with wheels. And I didn't like the look of that. And I thought, well, when it comes out, I want to buy 2 of them. I want to keep one stock, and the other one I want to customise, or at least chop the wheels off to make it look more like a proper shark. So here's the basic figure. And as you can see, he's got wheels. And of course, very simplistic transformation. So then you end up with a wheeled shark. In his debut episode, he appeared. He was in that race with Elita 1, and yeah, so he was in his proper shark mode. And then in a later episode, he turns up with wheels on, because apparently after winning that race and getting the power up, Megatron thanked him by giving him an upgrade when he gave him some wheels. So. And I think this is a reference to an episode in the 2001 show, Robots in Disguise 2001, where Sky-Byte actually entered a race where he was just a shark with a bunch of wheels sticking out. So it was basically a wheeled shark. So I think it's a reference to that. But anyway, so we got him. But like I said, I bought 2 of them. And the other one, I chopped the wheels off. So there they are. I chopped them off. And so it's one customization that I've actually done. So here he is. So I've removed the wheels. So now he just looks like a proper shark bot. And when you transform him, it becomes a little shark, unlike the one with the wheels on. So yeah, that's one customization that I've done. So I bought 2 of these with the intention of shaving the wheels off, which I did, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to do some paint apps as well, because colour wise he's not quite accurate to the show model. Is like I said, he's supposed to have is it blue thighs, and then sort of yellow shins, and a few other bits are different. And I wanted to, and also this bit's supposed to be silver. His abdomen or waist area is supposed to be silver. I was going to paint it up, but when I went into my paint boxes for my Tamiya acrylics and my Humbra enamels, all the colours that I wanted to use, all the paints were dried up because I haven't used them in years, so I couldn't do that. But I was planning on doing some paint apps to make him look more screen accurate. But yeah, so I bought 2 of these from Amazon with the intention of customising one by cutting the wheels off. And there are the wheels. So yeah, that's something I did. And again, I bought him because I like to character mold set collect Sky-Byte, so I had to go and get him. So that was another thing that arrived on the 8th, and so now moving along. So now it's the Korean figures. As I said in my that little chewing the fat at the beginning, I'm suspended Korean toy reviews, so I haven't reviewed these figures yet, but I will be reviewing them in due course because I'm going to resume Korean toy reviews as of next week. So now the first to arrive on on the 9th from the latest season of Hello Carbot the Braves. Hello Carbot hide. Now, this guy, as you can see, he looks pretty cool. I mean, he's got all these like dark bluish purples. He's got the black and the red and the grey. And he comes with a cape. So yeah, it's one of the first Korean toys I've seen with soft goods. It's very unusual, but the trouble is the way it attaches is it doesn't really attach to his back. You kind of have to pinch it with the shoulder bits, and it does come off. See, it's just a plain cape with a wire around the edge, so you can make it it's sort of slightly wavy wire to make it sort of billow. But there you go. This guy is quite interesting because his alt mode is like a soft top sort of sports car, but you can remove the soft top I'll do it in a review, and you can turn him into a convertible. So that's pretty cool. He's also a character that gets turned evil in the show, even though I think he's back now. He's back being on the side of the good guys. I think he gets captured by that wizard guy and brainwashed into being a bad guy, and then he's sort of helping out the line team, the line guys in the background, making them have wins against Chatan's bots. But he's all right. He's okay. Decently posable. Pretty cool. So I wanted to get him. So he's a decent figure. So that's Tobot. Hello Carbot, the Braves hide. Right. So then the following day, on the 10th, my next Korean toy arrived. Usually my Korean toys, when I order them off G-Market, they usually get shipped together, but for some reason the figures this month got split up and shipped separately, which is a bit weird. But I ordered them from the same seller as well, so that was a bit weird. Anyway, so continuing buying figures from the new Tobot line. Tobot C. Yeah, so he's got a voice pack. So, and then you can take it off, and then it just does police car sounds. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's got lights and sounds on the siren chunk. That it's a bit bulky, especially when he's in his alt mode, and you stick it on top of his car, and it's like this massive great box on top with these flashing lights. It's an okay figure. I never actually got the original Tobot C. I was tempted because I noticed you can get there is a reissue of the original Tobot C that is available on the Korean site, though. If you order it from the Korean site, they import it from China first before they send it to you. So it's a bit iffy, that. I mean, if I was going to order one from China, I wouldn't do it via Korea. I'd order it direct from a Chinese seller. But I might be tempted to get the original Tobot C as a comparison bot. But I wanted to get this when it was announced because I hadn't got a version of Tobot C. So there he is. He's all right. He's got weird legs. If you look at his knee and his heel, they're not in line with his hips. So his legs go, you know, they go down, down, and so he struggles to stand up because he's got quite a heavy backpack, and you know, if he's not on a completely flat surface, you know, he's a bit unstable. But anyway, so I've got him. He's pretty good, a decent update of the original Tobot seat. And then it was like I knew there was an NEC toy fair at the end of the month, so I was kind of trying to keep my powder dry. But I was looking around to see what other figures were available to buy, and then I noticed that the Studio Series 86 Megatron was popping up in Smith's, and one day, when was it? It was September the 17th. Which was a Wednesday. When I came out of work, I nipped over to Smith's, and I looked on the website, and it said they had one in stock, but when I got there, they actually had two on the shelf, so I managed to pick him up. The one I got was a slightly scuffed box, but it's neither here nor there, really. So yeah, I went and got this guy. Studio Series 86 Leader Class Megatron. I had to get it really, even though he doesn't turn into a gun, unlike this fella, which if I bring him up to there about the same scale. So yeah, doesn't turn into a gun sadly, because I think that ship has sailed as regards to official Megatron, G1 Megatron toys. I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. You know, him turning into a tank now. But I was going to get it anyway because I'm a fan of Megatron anyway. I'm a bit of a Megatron simp, so I had to get it. It's all right. It's really, really good. He does have, you know, like a mini version of himself that he can hold as a gun, which is interesting. I suppose that's like a reference to his original alt mode. Interesting transformation on this. Tank mode, yeah, nothing wrong with the hull. The top of the tank doesn't look much like a turret. It just looks like a couple of robot arms scrunched together, you know, holding onto a fusion cannon. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. But it's an okay figure. It's good. I was going to get it anyway. So I went over to Smith's after work. They had it in stock, so that was cool. That was good. So I got him. He's really, really good actually. Quite impressed by him. And then, like I said, then it was like, again, looking towards, you know, NEC Toy Fair at the end of the month. You know, keeping £100 clear for that. There was another figure that I was hoping to get, or I'd seen that I wanted to make a play on, and I got this from Comics and Cocktails, because Studio Series figures, you've noticed in recent times they've done away with the number scheme on them, and the last couple of you know, Studio Series numbered bots are, you know, in stock at the moment, and I think, was it 8 Link? Studio Series 118 was the last one, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so decided to get this guy. So the Studio Series 116 Bumblebee movie Deluxe Bumblebee. So it's like version 2.0 for a Studio Series VW Bug Bumblebee, because they was it Studio Series 18 Bumblebee movie Bumblebee was also a VW bug. Yeah, so I decided to get it. A lot of people are saying that this is an improvement over the original mould. It is in some aspects, but in others not so much. Transformation is still really awkward on this thing, especially when you're trying to plug everything together in the alt mode. You know, plug the side panels into the roof, scrunch the legs up, and yeah, it's not great. I actually got the original one out, the original mould out, to transform that to see what the differences was in the transformation, and neither of them's particularly clever, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't that impressed by it. It looks all right in, sort of robot mode. The alt mode, if you can get it into the alt mode with close up all the panel gaps, it looks pretty good as well. But yeah, it's a struggle to get this thing into a cohesive alt mode without any sort of the panel gaps sort of springing open. So he's a bit of a mare to transform. Oh yeah, I've got to turn that round. There we go. So there we go. Studio Series 116. Bumblebee movie. Bumblebee version 2.0. Yeah, I made a play on that as well. And then it was like NEC Toy Fair. So when did that arrive? That arrived on the... That arrived on the 27th. So yeah, so moving on to the 28th, which was a Sunday the 28th, which is NEC Toy Fair. So one of 3 NEC Toy Fairs we're getting this year. This is the second one I've been to. There will be a December 27th one in December, so I will be going to that as usual. So I took 100 quid to NEC Toy Fair, but as I'd been to Smith's to get that leader class Megatron. I'd seen a few figures on the shelf at Smith's that I was quite interested in. And I looked on my phone to see what they had in stock, and it looked like they'd got the Studio Series Gamer Edition Thundercracker, which I'm interested in getting, and also there was a chance they might have the final 2 Studio Series 86 Constructicons in stock. So I was interested in making a play on those, but it meant that I had to save some money from the NEC Toy Fair, so I wasn't looking to buy too much at the NEC Toy Fair because I wanted to have some money spare so that I could nip to Smith's afterwards and buy some other figures. But anyway, yep. So I went to the NEC Toy Fair, got my early bird ticket. Yeah, the early bird. It was like, don't know what they did different this time round. Instead of letting the people in sort of piecemeal from about 7:30, they had them waiting out and queuing outside until the doors opened at 8 o'clock. So there was a massive queue of people going right the way up the corridor and working their way back down, waiting for the early bird to open at 8 o'clock. So that was a bit weird. So that was unusual because usually when you go in, it's like you just sort of walk in, but there was a massive great queue you had to stand in. But anyway, so I went in, met my mate Richard, started walking around. It was all right. There was quite a few sellers selling Transformers items, but I wasn't looking too hard on things I wanted to get. I did have in mind one figure that I wanted to get from Geekology if he had it. But anyway, I was walking around with my mate Richard, looking at stuff. And then I come to a stall and I saw this figure and I thought, you know what, I want to make a play on that. So this is, it's RID 2001 Scourge, Deluxe Scourge. So this is the, it's the G2 Hero Optimus Prime mould. Repainted as in a black colour scheme, and it's got like the Scourge sort of windows on it, and it's one of those ones that came with that sort of that pump launcher where you had like a launcher on the back with some missiles that you put them in and you stamp down on the pump and it shoots the missile. It was supposed to have that. Obviously this figure is missing the pump launcher, and it was just loose in a bag. But because it's a black repaint of an Optimus mould, I'm a sucker for a black repaint of an Optimus mould, be it Nemesis or Scourge. So I saw it and it was only 12 quid, incomplete, but I thought I'd have it. So yeah, so I got this. Obviously he's missing his weapon, he's missing his gun and his missile, so he's missing all his accessories, which is a shame. Awkward thing to stand up because he's got the big legs, but because they're sort of in line with his back, and you look on the inside of the legs, he's only got heel support on the outside of his legs, not the inside of his legs. So if you splay his legs out slightly, he won't stand up, he just falls over backwards. So you have to have his legs sort of like plumb down like that. in order to for him to stand up. Decently posable, I suppose. You know, it's got. I think it's due to transformation. He's got a waist joint. It's got head rotation. It's got bicep rotations, elbow, hips. So it's decently posable. Though it's a bit janky when you're trying to get it to pose. But yeah, so I bought this. And it's a shame it's incomplete, hasn't got the launcher weapon, but it's a black repaint of an Optimus mould. I'm a sucker for those. So I bought that, the NEC Toy Fair. And then after I'd gone round with my mate Richard and seen all there was to see, we did the usual thing where we went to the cafe at the back of the hall and sat down and had a cup of tea. And then we started walking back round and I said farewell to Richard because he wanted to go off and do his own thing. And I went back to Sven at the Geekology, and I noticed he was, because when we went round the first time he was still setting up, but I noticed in one of his tote boxes he had the figure that I was looking for. So when I got there, I had a quick word with him and he said he had one, so he plucked it off the shelf. It was 30 quid, so you know, for a deluxe figure it was a bit expensive, but this figure is getting hard to find and he had it in stock, so I decided to buy it. Yep, Studio Series 112 Transformers 1 Deluxe Optimus Prime. So I don't prefer to buy, you know, vanilla Optimus Primes in the blue and the red, but I decided I wanted to get the main cast for the Transformers 1, and I've got studios. I've just got Elita 1. I had Megatron. Got Megatron previously. I also got Bumblebee, Studio Series Bumblebee at TF Nation. I've also got a couple of Sentinel Prime molds. So and obviously Alpha Trion. I got the Prime Changer Alpha Trion. So I've got a few figures for the line. Decided I wanted to get this. So Sven had it for 30 quid, and I thought, yeah, I'll get it. It's an okay figure. It's got a reasonably simplistic transformation. Some bits like to pop off if you're not careful, but and also he's got this weird sort of beigey grey on his parts, which isn't really showing on this camera. It's actually making it look more silver, but it's actually like a beigey grey. But anyway, so I got that. Got that from Sven from Geekology. So that was a thing that I got. And that was all I got at the NEC. So I got those two figures, but I had a bunch of cash left. So when I came out of the NEC, I decided, right, I'm going to Smith's again. So I jumped on the A45, drove from Birmingham all the way into Coventry, went to the Airfield Retail Park, went to Smith's, and had a look to see what they'd got on the shelves. Now, I had it in mind to buy that Gamer Edition, Studio Series Gamer Edition Thundercracker, and they did have quite a lot of them in there on the stall. But as I was rooting through, I was looking for the Studio Series Deluxe Constructicon Scavenger, because I had noticed on the website earlier in the week that they had one in stock, but it was sold out. But when I was searching through, I found another figure that they only had one in stock, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy this instead. So I gave Thundercracker a miss, because I know I can pick him up later on in the year, because I'm going to the MCM Comic Con in November. I'm also going to the TF Nation Minicon at Reading as well. So I'll be going to those two events later in the year. So there's a good chance I'm going to pick up some of the figures that I want to get. So I got Mixmaster Studio Series 86. Constructicon Mixmaster. They had one in stock, and I thought, you know what, he's there. I decided I'm going to do Devastator, so I got him. He's all right, actually. He's pretty good. You have to plug on his mixer drum, because when he's in the box, it's a bit bulky, so they have it as a separate accessory. Interesting engineering on the way this thing works. It doesn't have a waist joint, but he has got the extra joint for the ankle tilt because he forms one of the legs. Interesting figure, pretty solid, decently posable. interesting transformation. He's all right actually. He's okay, and he's sold as a Voyager rather than a Deluxe. So I suppose he's got this extra bit sticking out, which does make him look a little bit bigger, and he's got a decent heft to him as well because of all the plastic that's in him. So yeah, so I got him. So I got him from Smith's. So I saw him and I decided to get him. He was all right. And then I only had a little bit of money left. I didn't have enough to buy another Voyager figure, and there wasn't any other Deluxes in stock that I wanted to get. Oh, get rid of this because I came out of NEC. Yeah, so I didn't have any Deluxes. So I was looking around and I saw another Cyberworld figure that they had in stock, and looks kind of interesting. It's a slightly bigger figure than they've usually been doing. And I mainly bought this guy for the colours. Cyberworld Armoured Cyber Changer Chop Shop. So yeah, and he comes with this massive hammer with these grabby claws. He's got this. I mean, you can take that off, and then you can have him hold that. This like mandible weapon. He's appeared in the show. He's kind of like a gremlin, sort of fawning around Megatron, really. But it's kind of got an automorph going on with this thing. It doesn't really work properly. I mean, you sort of scrunch him up, but the side panels are supposed to collapse in, but they don't really work properly, so it doesn't work. Simplistic figure. He has got ball jointed hips. He's got pivoted knees. He's got ball jointed shoulders, no elbows, no waist. But it's the colours. I mean, I love the colours on this. The two-tone green, the hints of orange. Really, really cool. And he's got this interesting weapon gimmick as well, which is pretty cool. So got him. I saw him. He was like a spur of the moment thing. I decided to get him. He's a pretty interesting kind of thing. And also, how many chop shops have I got in my collection? So I mean, I got that Legacy United 2-pack chop shop and Barrage. Got that recently. So yeah, decided to get him, and he's the last figure I got. So that's my haul for this month. Like I said, it's a fairly more sensible haul compared to last month's excesses with TF Nation. So that thing that I like to do at the end of every video, I like to do the first and worst. And again, a bit of a struggle this month. I think I've got the worst sussed out, but the first... Okay. First and worst. So, Studio Series Megatron. It's Megatron. For better or for worse. I mean, yeah, I wish he turned into a gun, but he doesn't. He turns into a tank, and the tank looks a bit weird with that turret. But apart from that, it's got really interesting articulation. He looks really, really clean in robot mode. He comes with some reasonable accessories. He's great. He's really, really great. You know, I was going to get him anyway, but he's pretty damn good, and I think out of all the things I've got this month, he's probably my favourite thing that I got this month. And then the Studio Series, Bumblebee. I don't hate this thing, but that transformation really sucks. It's a real struggle to get it pegged together properly in alt mode, and I think that is what's marked it down as regards to something and all the stuff I got this month. So I think out of all the things I got this month, I like this the least because of that mainly because of that reason. So there we go. There's my end of month bot haul for September, a slightly more standard haul. Obviously I had that chewing the fat bit at the front where I said that I had that bit of a thing going on my channel the last couple of weeks where I was a bit upset about the low viewing figures I got on one of my Korean toy reviews, and said I was going to stop Korean toy reviews until it got to 100 views. Forget that, I'm rescinding it. So yeah, I'll be resuming Korean toy reviews as of next week. I've got a couple of bots to get through as you've seen. So that's going to be going forwards, returning. Things are going to be returning to normal going forwards. So with that said, I've been TFR Wilderness. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you all next time. Ta-da.